Hello YouTube, this is KingCobraJFS with another video. And in Philadelphia, there was a patient with a caseworker who walked into a doctor's office. An argument issued out, and the patient pulls out his gun, the doctor pulls out his gun, a gunfight issues, and the caseworker is killed. The doctor is critically wounded. They were able to detain the person who brought the gun and what have you. And now they got stories of flesh-eating bacteria in the water. Basically, a 9-year-old just died because of an amoeba that snuck into her brain and ate it, basically. Then we got a mother who left her kid and dog in a hot car, and the baby died, and she may be facing charges for it. You know, especially during the summertime, man. You go into the store for like 5 minutes and you're back out. You're thinking, oh, I'll just leave my kid in there. No, fuck that. Okay, you take your kid with you, man. Okay, I hate hearing these stories about kids dying of heat stroke in the car, man. It's just heart-wrenching shit. Then to top it all off, it's like, oh, hey, here we go. Stories about flesh-eating bacteria that resides in the water. You know, people in the story were saying, hey, if you have open cuts, you shouldn't be in the water. Or here's a thought. If there's flesh-eating bacteria in the water you're about to swim in, maybe you want to open up your hindsight just a bit and not go in the water. Something to think about, right? But are we going to start seeing metal detectors in hospitals now because of this shit? Airport security in a fucking hospital, huh? Someone's going there to see their loved one in the hospital and they have to go through a scanner and a processor. We gotta make sure you don't have any firearms on you now. Okay, now when we talk about gun control here, we're not saying we're gonna take your guns away. We're saying, if this person is mentally ill and has a caseworker, probably shouldn't own a gun. Case in point, an incident happened in the Philadelphia hospital. You know, I'm sure more of the story will unfold from there once the doctor that's been injured, if he makes it through, hopefully he does. Just random stories I picked up on CNN, you know, and sat there and watched a couple of them and just shake my head and go, fuck, dude. And I also heard about that plane crash that happened a couple of days ago. That's real sad. And then if that isn't enough, there's also a story on CNN about this woman who was taking a vacation on a cruise ship when one of the employees of the cruise ship basically busted down her door in the middle of the night and viciously and violently raped her. So whereas in other cruise ships where the sewage is out and water is minimal, and if you have to use the restroom, here's a red bag. All of a sudden, that cruise to the Caribbean turns into a shitting in a red bag and getting raped by people that work on the ship. What the fuck, man? It is what it is, you know. And you know what? This right here is not a letter opener. This is a gauntlet ring. Okay, so I made a smart comment about that in my last video. And I'm like, why do you wear a letter opener on your finger? It's a gauntlet ring. Okay, letter openers are knife-shaped. But I suppose you could use this for a letter opener. That would be kind of cool. You've got mail. You know, some Wolverine shit opening up that letter, right? But what the hell, man? You know, and that's just the thing, man. Like I said, and especially in the summertime when it's really fucking hot out like it's been lately, you know. You go into the store for 5-10 minutes, you think, oh, I'll just leave my kid in there, you know. Well, you shouldn't leave your kid in there, but if you're going to leave your kid in the car, you know, at least crack the window and turn the AC on so it blows cold air and shit. You know, keeps your kid dehydrated. And still, though, even then, you know, don't. You go in the store for 5-10 minutes, you're thinking, no, I'll be back out, no worries. So even if it wasn't hot out, okay, what happened to being a good parent, you know, leaving your kid unattended in a car? You take the fact that it's really hot out aside from that, and some abductor were to see that and go, oh, look at that, free game. That's horrible to say, but you get what I'm saying, right? And there's a story with the bacteria in the water. This guy went swimming in it, and it started with basically cramps and pain, followed by 4.5 liters of fluid leaking from his insides into his body, and then him just dying as a result. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, if there's any kind of bacteria in the water, period, don't swim in it. Well, what if, you know, people are saying like, well, if you have cuts and open sores, you shouldn't go in the water. How about you avoid the bacteria infested water, period? That way you don't run the risk of getting sick. Just a thought, you know. It is what it is, though. And the online harassment continues to this day. This woman, she posted a picture of herself standing outside a Hobby Lobby wearing a pro-life t-shirt. And then on the 4th of July, she posted a picture of herself holding her gun up, holding the Bible, standing in front of the American flag. And she got a bunch of hate mail for believing what she believes in. And it's just like, are you serious? You know, you don't see this woman attacking other people for what they believe in, you know. But then there's another story popping out. Apparently, in Massachusetts, I believe, there was a person who was going around tagging people's cars with spray paint, saying, and I quote, "Learn how to park better, shitbag." Okay, someone does a bad job parking. What gives you the right to attack their car with spray paint, irregardless of, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how much money it's going to cost? They can't just take a magic marker and draw out the letters and have it, like, fade the spray paint away, so it's just the car paint itself. No. Because of this little graffiti act, they're going to have their car repainted entirely. That's an expensive process, man. They got to sand it, buffer it, and all kinds of shit. Like, seriously? What the fuck, man? And then the story continues where this person was attacking people's cars with spray paint, even when the car was not parked badly. Okay? And even if someone parks their car wrong or badly, you know, what gives you the right to just vandalize your car like that, man? How would you like if someone did that to your car, you know? Most people shouldn't consider themselves lucky to own a car. I do not have a car or a driver's license, but I still get around alright, you know. And I'd be pissed as hell if I'd parked my car somewhere and some idiot decided to go, "I don't like the way you parked your car, so I want to tag it with spray paint." What the fuck, man? At times like this, I'm at a loss for words on the sheer stupidity and profound shockingness of these stories. It's just, okay, there's an idiot going around spray painting people's cars because he doesn't like the way they park them. And then we have the story involving an 84-year-old man who, for whatever reason, decided to shoot his son with a pistol, and the grandson responded with shooting his grandfather with a shotgun. Nice. Great. It's like, okay, what exactly led up to those kinds of events? It beats the hell out of me, man. You know, from a lot of you out there watching CNN, watching these stories unfold, you're going, what the fuck, man? You know, that's the question you're asking yourself, is what the fuck, man? And that's the story I have to ask myself. You know, not the story, excuse me, the question, you know, is what the hell? It's like, okay, between the plane crash we just had, water infested with bacteria that could potentially eat your brain, it actually took the life of a 9-year-old, mother leaving her car unattended with a baby in it, killing the baby from heat stroke, incident with the 84-year-old shooting his son with a pistol, and then the grandson responding with a frickin' shotgun, a 3-generation shootout right there. The most you can do is sit there and just gawk in sheer astonishment at what's unfolding before you, you know. And again, all the stories you see on the news are dramatic, racist, or filled with violence and what have you. But for some odd reason, our society has this fix for drama. So when it's reported on the news, you know, it's just... You know, I like to keep up with the current news in our society, so I do go to CNN. I started going to it now and checking it out and seeing what they got to offer for stories, and it's just great. Ma'am, I just need to check inside your asshole. Gotta make sure you're not hiding any guns or weapons of mass destruction in your asshole. Look, I just came here to see my sick parent. What the fuck, man? This is a hospital. Ma'am, I just need to check inside your asshole. Bend over, please. Glove goes on. Okay. Your asshole is clean. You don't have any guns inside of you. You are now free to proceed to your loved one's hospital bed to see them. I tell you what, man, if we, you know, some people don't like hospitals as it is. But because of the incident like we just had happen in Philadelphia, you have to ask yourself, is that what's going to come to now? They're going to have rectal examinations? It's like, wait, we already got doctors who do this for a living. Now you're saying it's a security procedure now because... And literally, you know, this is exactly what happened. Mentally ill patient walks in with his caseworker. They didn't know he had a gun on him. Goes in and talks to the doctor with the caseworker. Some argument issued. He pulls out his gun. The doctor pulls out his gun, and they start shooting it out, and the caseworker dies. It's times like these, you know, your liberals and your conservatives are going to be going, this is why we need to make guns illegal. No! Okay? You don't make guns illegal. No. Because we've seen what prohibition does to marijuana and alcohol. It just creates a black market for it. So, before alcohol was made illegal, just like anywhere else, now that it's made legal again, you go into a liquor store, you pick up a bottle of booze, and you take it to the counter, and if they ID you, you know. Before that, they didn't ID you. Before alcohol prohibition, they didn't ID you. It was, you got the money? Yeah. Well, here's your hooch. Have a good night. Oh, thanks. You too. You know. And you're seeing a correlation with that, you know, with marijuana prohibition, obviously. Instead of walking into a dispensary going, hi, how can I help you today? Yes, I'd like to try some of your Pineapple Express, please. Some of your Bubba OJ Kush. Maybe some Maui Wowie. Okay. Do you have an ID? Oh, it says you're under the age of 18. Do you have a medical marijuana green card? No, I do not. Well, I can't sell you this, you know. I'd make it to where it's legal recreationally and medically. Just, you know, decriminalize it completely, you know. The way I see it, if you're 18 years of age or older, you're old enough to die for your country, and you're old enough to vote, you should be old enough to smoke a marijuana cigarette. And then in Tampa, Florida, there was a man who was suspected by the government for smoking weed and selling it, you know, which is incredibly hypocritical on the government's part, especially when we had government officials who come out and said, "Oh yes, I inhaled frequently when I was a kid." And especially when the government's seizing the money from certain states that are legal, and the banks won't take it, so they're just sitting on all this cash. The banks won't take it because it's still federally illegal, and because of that, the government's going, "That's our money." Yet you're going to turn around and kill a man. Okay, so here's what happened. They busted down this guy's house, detained the person sleeping on the couch. Being as he's a typical American, right? So you hear the commotion, draws out his pistol. Before he has a chance to use it, though, the cops bust in his door and fill his body with shotgun slugs and pistol rounds. All for the whopping total of 0.6 grams of marijuana. Just barely enough to roll a marijuana cigarette. And then you turn around and hear about the government actually seizing the money that marijuana makes from states that are illegal. And the government's reason behind doing this is saying, well, we suspected him of smoking it and selling it. You're kind of selling it when you're taking the money that states are making. I'm just saying. Ugh. It is what it is, you know. It's just, fuck, man. Just, you know, and that's just the thing is when you get these stories of these shootings and shit, you know, people are going to sit there and say, well, this is why we need to ban guns. No, it isn't. This is why we need stricter gun control. Okay? That's meaning, you know, some places you live in this country, you go in to buy a gun, it's just like, here's the paperwork, here's the money, here's your gun, have a nice day, you know. Some states don't do a background check when purchasing a firearm. In Wyoming, thankfully enough, though, we're one of those states, right? Because if you make guns illegal, they're not going to call in the FBI and make you fill all the paperwork and what have you. It's going to be, you got the money? Yeah, here's the money. Here's your gun fully assembled. Have a nice day. So yeah. You know, something to think about, you know. Until then, this is KingCobraJFS with another video, and thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.